Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as always, we'll be talking about the weekly Torah portion, Parshas Vayeshev. But you know what? The Parshas Vayeshev begins a huge saga of a few chapters together of the story of Yosef and brothers. They're not going to go anywhere. We will talk about this next week, but this week we begin with Hanukkah. A beautiful holiday of Hanukkah that we all celebrate with the candlelight. I'm sure all your Instagram and Facebook and TikTok will be full with the pictures and videos of lighting candles, and first candle, second candle, dreidel, sugar powder on your nose, whatever it is. But the question is, why do we like Hanukkah so much? Why it's became an integral part of our society? Maybe it's, I tell you even more. A couple of years ago, I saw research that in Israel, over 80%, if I'm not mistaken, 82%, lighting Hanukkah candles every day. Meaning first the one candle, second one, two candles, and so on. This is more than the people keep Yom Kippur or observe Yom Kippur from the whole Jewish nation. So why Hanukkah is so important for us? Why we love to celebrate Hanukkah? Maybe it's a national idea, the victory of the Jewish weaponry and the defeating of the Greek Empire by the small Jewish group of the priests. But no, first of all, the defeating not of Greek Empire, but the Assyrian Greek Empire, and it was after Alexander the Great. It wasn't the Greek anymore, and but it was just the result of the eternal civil war between the Jews. Don't listen to propaganda. And also the candles has nothing to do with that, with the victory, and victory was not over with the story of Hanukkah. We celebrate the miracle with the candles, not the victory. Another reason, it's food, obviously. Who can resist a nice donut with the cream, and the much better donuts than the just donut with the jam or something like that? Plenty of them nowadays, or latkes. But I hope you understand that Columbus discovered America only in the 15th century, and the story of Hanukkah was over 1500 years before that, and definitely there was no potato latkes back then, and ponchikis and sufganiyot as well. Possible that the acceptance of Hanukkah in all the Jewish societies is because of Chabad. Chabad put the menorahs everywhere, from Brandenburg Gates to the streets of former Soviet Union, anywhere and everywhere. You cannot not pay attention for Hanukkah. But I think it's much more deeper connection than that. There is an interesting law in the laws of Hanukkah. Even Hanukkah happened after the completion of the Torah, and it's not mitzvah from the Torah directly, that the women, during the time that the candles are burning, they're not busy with any housework, with any activities that are forbidden on Shabbat. So the time of the candle burning for women, it's like a Shabbat. But what is Shabbat? Shabbat, same thing. We light the candles, we step away from all the daily routines, we get together by the table, we eat the tasty food, we dress up nicely, and the Shabbat, this is our statement that we won. We are Jewish people, we are chosen by God. God created this world. This is what Shabbat is. But yes, Shabbat is very complicated. There are a lot of laws and rules. Rav Neuwer, the author of the most important book in the recent generations on the laws of Shabbat, Shmirat Shabbat Ke'Hilchata, he says in the introduction that this most unobserved mitzvah today, all the prohibition of Shabbat, because they're so much complex. But Hanukkah, it's like a Mini-Shabbat. It's like a Shabbat island in the middle of the weekdays, on the mundane days. We begin with the small things, just a mini Shabbat during the Hanukkah, when we sit and just observe the candles. And as Rabbi Rashab, the fifth Lubavitcher Rebbe, says, that sit by the candle and listen what the candles has to tell you. But there's a very important rule in Hanukkah, that we increase in light but not decrease. The law is that the first day we light the first one candle, second day 2, 3, and so on until the last day of Hanukkah we light the whole entire Hanukkah. And the same thing in the Jewish life. We should not decrease, we always should increase. And maybe we will start with this small mini Shabbat, which is Hanukkah, and we grow up into the complete Shabbat. And then the Mashiach is something natural that will come on its own when the Jewish people will keep Shabbat. Thank you very much. Happy Hanukkah. Good luck. I see you next week.